We got the classic moves for you today, some sick stuff that you are going to be able to try out in games. These guys were ballers in the past, and you can be a baller right now with their moves. Let's go. All right, so we got some baller moves for you today. Now, this first one is from Rivaldo. It's a guy that I love, extremely left-footed, Brazilian, played at Barcelona, played a whole bunch of places. And this move that he does is a little bit similar to the katana cut. Now, if you guys know the katana cut, we showed that in a few of our videos. You cut here, and then you cut back like this. Obviously, what happens with a defender is, if you're throwing your momentum all this way, he first caught up to you, you stopped, he stops too, take another touch that way, and it opens up something for you to shoot. You usually won't be able to blow past the guy, but with this, the way Rivaldo does it, he found a way to do that. Now, he would do it only with his left foot. This principle is exactly the same. You're going one way, you stop, and you go back the other, but he does it all with his one foot. So the goal is here, take my touch out. He would turn his body almost like he's gonna shoot over here, and you have no idea what the hell is going on. And then he cuts in like this. Now, the way Rivaldo does this katana cut though, he would cut here, cut in like this, and then back out with his left foot, allowing him to then shoot, all right? So if we were to look at you right at the goal, it would be in here like this and like that. It has to happen almost in one touch. It's almost one touch. Going at the goal, here, there, there, and then he can shoot. Normally you might think this is only a move that you can do right in front of the goal, but that's not true at all. The guy would do it in the middle of the field, and it almost doesn't make sense. Very similar, if you guys know Preki, who was an idol of mine growing up, and I think he's coaching in Seattle right now, I have no idea, to be honest, but they had these amazing technical ability and amazing cuts for these left-footed guys. And the way that they would do that, of course, like I said, there and out. One thing that I also want you guys to check out that you can also be able to do, Ronaldo did this a lot, the Brazilian Ronaldo. When they take their cut out like this, they take such a wide cut and wide away from the goal that it doesn't make sense. So the defender immediately comes in here and they cut back hard and they cut into space. So the two moves that I think you guys can easily get just from today and to go straight onto the field and use them is one here, there, there, and now shoot, all right? Spacing is a key in all of these. And the same thing goes for the Rivaldo cut that's hard, meaning that he goes here, and when he goes to cut, you send the ball all the way there, you take off sprinting. That's what gives you that. It won't work if you keep the ball close to you. If you're here and you got a guy and you go like this and you cut here, well, the ball's still here and the guy hasn't really gone. You have to be able to escape, and that's what it does for you. Cutting in here, looking out like this, like that, and now he can shoot and score. That's Rivaldo. All right, so this other one, you guys should know and at least have heard, but we've never actually made a tutorial on it, which we could if you guys actually need it. But the Stanley Matthews is one of those classic baller OG moves that you have to know. When I explained the hocus pocus, I referred to it. It's easy, it's two moves, all right, or two movements. Inside, outside. It's only two movements with your leg, but really to get the whole thing down, it has to be one fluid motion, all right? So when you go to do it, you might dribble up to a defender like this, nice and slow, lean a little bit, there, like this, inside, and now you're inside. Now the same principle applies if you're right-footed and you want to go down the wing. If you want to go down the wing, you start to move a little bit inside, and now you're out here like this, and you can cut, and then if you're both footed, you can go back this way, like that, okay? But the motion is very simple. Now, if we show it close up, you guys can see inside, outside. But in order to get it, because most of you guys might end up doing something like this, in and then out. Fine, that's fine. It's not necessarily a Stanley Matthews, but as long as you drop your shoulder when you do it, it'll still work. What you need to know and to remember, 1, 2, you're swinging your hip. You don't want this and this, okay? If you're trying to do this move, that is, all right? You have to feel the whole ball with your whole hip. It has to be 1 and 2. So it comes from here to get that little, that. I drag the ball here. As soon as I feel it on this side of my foot, I go that way. That'll make it more deadly, to be honest. I mean, going like this and like this is still gonna work. Making it one movement, one full fluid movement will make the move more dangerous. So if you're coming like that, go in, and as I said, like that, you can go out, all right? So once you've made your decision to do the move, you make up your mind, and you accelerate, that way you can get the shot off. So 1, 2, and then shoot. That's the Stanley Matthews. All right, so Garrincha is our last one. This guy was an amazing footballer, believed by many to be one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. That debate is still up in the air. But the guy had an issue with his legs. His legs were either bow-legged or turned out. I can't really remember, but to be honest, he had some issue with his legs. I think he was a super alcoholic, so it's unfortunate because I think he died really early. Now, he was amazing at setting guys up. He would stop all the time. His explosion was otherworldly. So check out Garrincha highlights, but this guy was able to go slow and take off like this. That's what created all of his stuff. It's a simple move. It's truly a simple move, but he did it in a bit of a combo. So something for wingers to just know, if you're here, he would stop all the time. But he would know that by taking off that direction from a standstill, this guy has a decent chance of catching him. So he would take off like this, and he would stop and come back and reset. Now, next time, he might fake out like this, and then he goes inside, okay? So all I want you guys to know from this one is it's a little bit of a feint, but you just have to have total confidence in your ability to come up. He was right-footed, and he takes off. That's it. To think that such a simple move can be done to get yourself some space is kind of crazy, but like we said, simplicity will make things happen. So you dribble up to a defender, take off like this. You have to take your touch strong, hard, and wide, and sprint. All right? None of this and then try to run with the ball. No. You need to be able to get up to a sprint. If you can't get up to a sprint, it's not going to work. Make sure that you get up to a sprint. That you have the space there, that's it. Even from here, if the defender's literally right in front of me, I go like this. I take a step like that. He didn't cut much. The guy would step on the ball like this, and then he would come back. Then he would come like this, and then he would go like this, and he'd cross it like that. That's Garrincha, okay? Practice those, study him, check out footage all the time, and that's the vid. All right, guys, that's the vid. Leave us a like, comment right down below, subscribe. Check out GOLUREMI.com. Follow us on Instagram. We love you guys. We will see you guys later. Peace.
Do re mi fa sol la hitters go Lure me control all them boys from Kansas City where they know we got them tricks. We get it how we